And we're back, guys. All right. So, I went and found some fun facts for you guys. Fun fact number one: the radius of the moon is 1,079.4 miles. Bet you didn't know that one. And it is estimated that an astronaut can walk about 3.13 miles per hour on the moon. Now, after hearing those fun facts, I mean, your wheels are just turning up there. And we have a nice long three-part problem for you. All right? So, part A. How many miles would you need to walk around the entire surface of the moon? I bet that's one of the first things that popped into your head, huh? So, see if you guys can figure these out. All right, just try it. Just try A to begin with. Okay, no need to jump all right into it. So, I know you figured it out, didn't you? Okay? Guys, the moon is essentially a sphere. Three-dimensional, alright? We know the radius of the moon is at 1,079.4 miles approximately. Okay, so we know the radius. Now, if we know the radius of the moon, and we want to walk around the entire moon, wouldn't you need to figure out the circumference of the moon? Which you guys know the formula for circumference is 2 pi r. So, our radius is 1,079.4 miles. You just plug that bad boy into our circumference formula, and there you have it. That's how far you would need to walk around the entire surface of the moon. Well, just one lap around the moon, I guess. So, this is going to be 2 pi times 1,079.4, and that is in miles. Okay? So, we got all that. All you gotta do now is type in your calculator and you're already done with part A. So 2, remember, don't use 3.14 for pi, you gotta use all of those decimals. Okay, so 2 times pi times 1079.4 gives us 678.2.070 miles. Okay? So you need to walk just under 7,000 miles to walk all the way around the surface of the moon. That was awesome. Learning new things all the time. Now, how far can an astronaut walk in one day on the moon? Okay, we're going to assume one day is one day for here down on Earth. It's 24 hours. So, if an astronaut, we had that information, walks 3.13 miles per hour. 3.13 miles per hour. Okay, we want to know how far he goes in one day, or how far she goes. Astronauts are women too. Okay, so what we have here, we have hours. We need to go away. I'm going to put hours on top. I'm going to put days on the bottom. One day is 24 hours. Okay? And just like that, lickety split it, you're down to miles per day, which is exactly what we want to know. How far an astronaut can walk on the moon in one day. So you take 3.13, and we're going to multiply that guy by 24. So an astronaut, in theory, can walk 75.12 miles per day, okay, on the moon. Huh. Who would have thunk it? Now, part C. I want to know how many days would it then take for an astronaut to walk around the moon? So, we need the answer in part A and the answer in part B to do part C. Do you think you're going to have one like this on your homework? Yeah, you will. I think it has to do with the Earth and going around the Earth in 80 days or something like that. Some kind of nonsense like that is. All right, so I want to know how many days would it take I need days as my answer. Okay? I think I'm going to erase some of this, just make some room. Okay, I can write nice and big then. We already have this information. Alright, so what we're trying to find here is days. We want to know how many days is it going to take to walk around the moon. Okay, so it's really time is what we're looking for. I have two units of measure here. I have distance over time, and I have a distance. Okay? These are the two things we know. So I have 75.12. That's going to be miles for every 1 day. Okay? I also have 6782.070 miles. So if I look here, these are diagonal and my miles would cancel if this was in the denominator. However, if I get my miles to cancel like that, my units are going to be 1 over days, which I don't want. Okay, so remember, if you always get down to whatever unit you really wanted, but it's upside down, you just got to do a little flippity floppity, right? Alright, so this guy's going to be really 1 day over 75.12 miles. We're going to multiply this by flippity floppity everything. Okay, all over 1. Now what happens is my miles cancel. Bloop, bloop. Okay, so I'm really just going to take 6,782 divided by 75. Now, here's the other thing you got to worry about on your calculator, okay? Guys, don't just type that exact number in divided by 75.12. Okay, when you type things into your calculator, see how they have all of those digits in there? Okay, so what I can do, if I want to do that 6,782, I can just click up a couple times on my calculator. And I hit enter. And woo, it brings it all the way down there. Okay, and then I can hit divide, and I can just go up to this one and hit enter. Okay, now it has all of my digits and decimals in there. And when I hit enter, it's going to give me my exact value. Okay, you guys can get away with rounding a couple of times every once in a while, but every once in a while you're going to get caught. Okay, we have 90.283 days. Okay, so in theory it would take about 90 days to walk around the entire moon. Can that guy do the Earth in 80 days? You guys will find out in your homework. Alright. So anyways, there you go. Hopefully you understood what I was talking about with using your exact values and not using your rounded numbers, right? It's all right to write your rounded numbers on your paper, but you got to be using your exact values when you're doing your calculations. Alright. That was kind of brutal. 3-part question there. If you got part A or B wrong, there's no way you can get C right. Okay, the next two are going to be more comparison type problems. Okay, and they're going to be kind of brutal too. We're going to do some exchanges. So guys, I did some research for you today. Well, I guess this one's not today, it's a couple days ago. So here's our problem. We're doing some comparisons. On March 30th, whoops, not on March 30th, 2020, okay? A liter of gas, or they call it petrol or something over there, a liter of gas in the UK was 1.26 euro per liter. Some strange measurements they use over there. At the same time, okay, gas was $1.91 per gallon in Colorado. Okay? Which gas was cheaper? Okay? There's our question. There's going to be two measurements we're not really familiar with that I didn't have you guys put on your sheets, which is fine. So guys, anytime I'm expecting you to use a conversion that's not necessarily common, or maybe it's changing all the time, okay, I'll just give you that every single problem, okay? So here, I'm going to tell you that 1 gallon is going to equal 3.785 liters, or approximately 3.785 liters. That's pretty stinking close. Okay. Also, the exchange rates, as of March 30th, or maybe it was today, we know that $1 is going to equal 0.93 euros. Okay, what that means is basically the euro is worth more than the dollar right now, okay? If they're equal, it'd be 1 euro would be equal to $1. So if we go over there, we take $1, it's only gonna be worth like 93 cents over there, okay? So, what we have here is we have two different measurements. Okay, we have $1.91 per gallon. We have 126 euro per liter. So you just got to pick one and change it to the other one. Okay? I'm going to pick the euro per liter and change it to dollars per gallon because that makes me happy. So we have 1.26 euro per 1 liter. Okay? So I'm first going to get rid of my liters. Okay, I want to change liters to gallons. I do that by putting my liters on top, so my liters cancel. Okay, my gallons will go on bottom. I know that 1 gallon is 3.785 liters. So what happens with this is my liters go away, and this gives me euro per gallon. I don't really know what a euro is, other than they use it over in Europe. Okay, so we want to change that to good old American dollars here. So, I want euro to cancel, so I'm going to put euro on the bottom. Okay, 0.93 euro is equal to $1. Okay, so what happens here is my euros go away. My units would be dollars per gallon. Okay, so that gives us something to compare to $1.91 per gallon in Colorado. So we just got to type this into our calculators. 1.26 times 3.785 divided by 0.93. Woo! Alright, you guys see how much that is? Guys, so basically what they would pay for over in the UK currently would be about 5.128. Okay, so we always round to 3 decimals except when we're talking about money because it just makes sense. 5.128, which rounds up to 5.13 dollars per gallon. Okay, when we're paying under $2 a gallon here. All right, we got to still answer the question. So, which gas was cheaper? Gas was cheaper in Colorado. Yeah, I'm sure most of you kind of expected that, maybe. I don't know. All right, that was fun. All right, we got one more problem. You might go bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Bananas. Bananas, bananas, oh, bananas. All right, guys. So, found this problem just for you guys. Enjoy. Okay, on April 5th. Guys, by the way, all of these problems I did find on the internet somewhere, or I made them up from information on the internet. Okay, on April 5th, which was very recently, 2020. Okay, the price of organic bananas. So many words. Okay? At the grocery store called Real Canadian Superstore. The one specifically I'm referring to is the one in Red Deer, Canada. Okay? Oh, I didn't even tell you what the price was. So the price was, the price of organic bananas, I don't know what it was, alright. So many words, was. Yeah, we're going to say 2.14 Canadian dollars per kilogram. Oh, great. Another thing that makes no sense to me. Yeah, we got Canadian dollars per kilogram. Okay? So, at City Market in Grand Junction, at the same time, okay, bananas, organic bananas specifically, were selling for 69 cents per pound. Okay? Which one was cheaper? So guys, you really need to be thinking about this, okay? You can figure out which one's going to be cheaper, whatever, okay? But actually do the calculation, see if you can determine which one is cheaper. Okay, so pause the video if you need to. Go ahead, have some fun. But I guess you need some more information first that you might want to get from me, huh? All right, so the other piece of information right now is the current exchange rate today from US to Canadian dollars is that we have a $1 is going to equal, we're just going to say this is going to be, it's 141 Canadian dollars. Okay. $1 US equals 141 Canadian dollars. Yes, go ahead, see if you can figure this out. Pause the video. Alright, so hopefully you guys had fun. Hopefully figured out which one is cheaper, more expensive, what have you here. Okay, so I'm just going to start off with this Canadian dollar per kilogram nonsense here. So we have 2.14 Canadian dollars per 1 kilogram. Okay, so first, since I already gave you $1 in the US equals 141 Canadian, guys, what that means is our dollar is worth more than the Canadian dollar currently. Okay, so $1 US can go and buy you $1.41 in Canadian. Okay, so what we have here then, I want the Canadian dollar to cancel. So I'm going to put 141 Canadian dollars is going to equal 1 US dollar. Okay, so what happens? The Canadian dollar goes away. Now we're left with US dollars per kilogram. Now let's make that kilogram into pounds. So I need kilograms to cancel, so I'm going to put kilograms on top, so they're diagonal. Put pounds on the bottom. There are 2.205 pounds in 1 kilogram. So when I do this calculation, I will now get US dollars per pound. Okay? So remember, this is what it was selling for in Canada. So when we type all this in, 2.14 divided by 2.205 by 1.111. I this comes out to 0.688 dollars per pound. Whoa. So, I guess if we do all the math behind it, the organic bananas at the Real Canadian Superstore up in Red Deer, Canada, actually would be ever so slightly cheaper, but they're probably going to round that because it makes sense to 2 decimals, giving you a price of $0.69 per pound. So it was kind of a trick question. I had no idea it was going to come out to that. Well, I did a couple minutes before you guys did, but I didn't make it that way. Those were real prices. They're exactly the same right now, even after exchange rates and all that. Okay, so same price. Woo-wee! Alright guys, so like I said, hopefully this has got a little bit harder for you, a little bit more challenging. I know the ones at the beginning were pretty easy, but we kind of eased into it a little bit. Like I said, you just gotta think about your units. Okay, think about what you're trying to find and what you know. Alright, and that's where I just want you to kind of piece the puzzle together. Okay, I don't want you guys to go memorize a bunch of formulas. I don't think it's going to be really useful. I want you to be more thinking about how the math works with your units. Okay, does it logically make sense? Alright, good luck guys. I'm sure you're going to have questions on your homework.